So 3 years ago, I was in a prison cell. Fast forward to today, I live a life of freedom. I've got an online business that pays me when I sleep. I've got a team of over 130 people, and I did that all by design. Okay, and today I'm going to give you a few tips and a few frameworks that I used to completely change my entire life. So where did it all start? It all started on a small council estate in a small town in England. Okay, we were getting up to no good. I had no role models. There was no opportunities. There was nothing for us to do. So we just go out and commit crime. We get up to no good. We, drive cars illegally. We, get on the motorbikes. We terrorised the estate, get involved in drug dealing, and it was just a massive spiral effect, one after another, that accumulated to me going to jail. So the reason I went to jail was for fighting. I was arrested multiple times for fighting. Basically, they were like, okay, he's got to go behind the door. And that's what I did. I went behind the door, did my jail, did my time. But I think that what made me go to jail is obviously my own actions, but not knowing any different, to be honest. Going to jail where I'm from is just normal. It was only until I got around like successful people and got around mentors that I realised, shit, this is a big deal, man. This is a big deal. So what ended up happening was I was in when I first went to jail, when I had this like massive shift in my mind, I was with the lads on the bus, and they were all thinking about like stupid things like
soon home,
just saying stupid things, and I'm like, why do these kids think they're crazy? Like, why do they think they're cool because they're in jail when their family at home is now without their son, their baby is without the father? I'm like, these are all idiots, and 90% of people in prison in England are idiots, but there is a few smart people in there, I'm not gonna lie, and that's why I said only 90%. But most of the people who go in there, they just go in there, re-offend, and they're back again 12 months later, and it's a complete shame, to be honest. It is absolutely disgusting to see people in and out of the system terrorise the streets of England. So basically, what did I do to change? Right, I've told you my story, I've told you about where I come from, and if you've managed to sit through that, well done. Most people don't even have an attention span these days. So what did I do to change? Well, the first thing and the most powerful thing I did was audit my friendship circle. What does that mean? Well, you are the sum total of your 5 closest friends, whether you like it, believe it or not. You are the sum total of your 5 closest friends. And I realised very quickly that, okay, out of all those 5 friends, there's only one person who I speak to today still, who's actually going somewhere in life. The rest of them was like, you're all idiots. You just don't know what you're doing. You have no desire to be successful. You're more than happy going to jail, being a scumbag. And that for me was like a no-go. So you had to go. Any negativity, any gossiping, any just shit. I was like, nah, I ain't got time for this. Goodbye. So I audited my friendship circle, the most powerful, influential thing I ever did on my success. The second thing is I created a habit tracker, similar to this one here. So what I did is on this habit tracker, I basically was like, okay, well, I am where I am because I've got loads of bad habits. I need to change my habits to change who I am as a person and who I believe I am as a person. So what happens is you list out all the bad habits that you're doing. I was smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, drinking every weekend, sleeping with girls all the time, cheating on my girlfriend, being a bad boyfriend, and I was just a complete scumbag, to be honest, in my opinion. I was just a complete scumbag. I was going to go nowhere in life if I didn't change these habits. So basically I just listed all the habits that I'm doing, and I just did the opposite of it and was like, okay. And then when I got to like a foundational level, I started adding habits. Okay, read 10 pages a day, meditate, journal, and then over time what happens is we create a new identity. A new version of us exists in our mind. The self-image changes. So after I did an audit of my circle, basically eliminated all the bad habits and added some new ones, I started to invest into courses and programs. Okay, a lot of people don't like to do that. Everyone's scared of being scammed these days. I'm not surprised, but I was like, I've got no other choice. Nobody around me can help me. Nobody in my friendship circle knows what they're doing. I don't know anybody who's made it out of my hometown. I need to go online and I need to start looking for people. So that's what I did, and I started investing into mentors who had a big bigger belief system than me. They were smarter than me. They knew how to make money online, and that was cool to me. I thought, I want to travel the world. I want to do what I want. I want to move to Thailand, and I want to become a professional fighter. I want to teach people how to basically travel the world and do what they want, and that's what I do today. But other than the circle audit, the habits, the mentors, other absolute game changer was just leaving my hometown, leaving my old environment. Because what happens is you try and build a new identity on top of an old identity in your hometown. It's not going to work. One, because you're going to think, what am I doing? Unconsciously, you're going to self-sabotage. People are going to hold you back. People don't want you to change. I was trying to become a better individual, and I had people laughing at me saying, fucking hell, Tom, why are you going for a run, mate? I'm like, why am I going for a run? Like, what, is that like a bad thing, is it? Like, huh? Like, I started posting videos about habits when I started changing my habit. People were laughing at me, saying, Tom, you've just got out of jail, mate. Why are you talking about habits? But they're not wrong. Like, I don't blame them. Obviously, they just come out of jail, right? But people don't want to see you change. I'm going to be honest. Unsuccessful people are not going to want to see you change, because what happens is you've got the courage to do something that they don't, and that is to be somebody and be better than you was before. So basically, that's what I did. I basically cleaned out my circle, stuck to some good habits, invested into mentors, and just left my own environment. Fast forward to today, I fucking live like a king here in Thailand. I've got a beautiful girlfriend. My business pays me 24/7, and like, I couldn't be happier. And the team that I've built and the leaders that I've built, it's just amazing, to be honest. It really is amazing. And if you want to know a little bit more about what I do, you can check out my Instagram. But look, this has just been my story and the framework behind how I changed my life from going from a criminal to an entrepreneur. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm going to be making some more videos about this, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.